Oh hi! Welcome to another edition of hand-laid tracks and 3D printed trains with Socrates. Today we're going to take a look at methods on designing with a 3D printer. When you're designing with SketchUp or some other program that allows you to create the objects in a digital format, eventually you'll have to actually print one to what you're trying to create. Now, I'm building a rail roller, and in the middle of the rail roller is a central pivot, a pin, and that has a moving ball bearing. And at this point my design isn't completely completed, but I'm starting to print it. But I needed to make a slot that has a nut inside of it, as well as a hole for the bearing, because I have a nut inside the piece that allows the slide to slide back and forth. So this slot had to be the proper size for the nut to slide into. The hole had to be the proper size for the bolt to go through, and the other hole had to be able to support the bearing. So you don't want to print the whole piece, because in the end it can take a very long time. This print is going to take about 3 hours. So what I did was I built a small test piece. Now this actually could have been even smaller, but I was very tired and I just figured, oh, that's good enough. I needed to test the M3 nuts, an M5 nut or a screw, and an M6 screw, as well as an M3 nut and an M5 nut. And as you can see, it came out quite nice. The nut holes were perfect for the M3s were perfect, and I just was kind of quick trying to make the M5 and the M6, and they were kind of small, but it printed out relatively quickly and I could test it. And then I was able to correct and adjust the ones that were wrong, and I made another similar thing that held the nut for the M5 and also the bolt for the bearing. Now this is a similar size to what I made, but in the end I didn't have the piece finished yet, so it was easier to go ahead and make a smaller test piece than it was to make the final thing. So when you're making something with a 3D printer, design your object and then cut out any of the combinations, any of the screw holes, any of the places that have to fit together, and make a small test piece and make sure they fit together. Whether it's a notch or a nut, you want to print it first, because every printer is going to be slightly different. That way you'll save yourself a lot of time printing a wonderful part that's got too small a hole that you either drill out or otherwise, and it's just not as good as it could be. So that's a quick tip on how to design with SketchUp or other object-oriented object creating digital programs for your 3D printer. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit subscribe, and why not like. See you again soon. That was too soon, wasn't it? Yeah.